Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Bahashim Kakudash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of the GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, to the Akawath that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,001 third, the hopeful elect of Israel, the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm the brother Yashua. Back with the WW3 Daily Update. Shalom and salutations to you all. We're going to start right here. Stir them up. Stir up the meads. Stir up the meads. I'm going to make this quick. Okay, let's do this real quick. Isaiah 13:17. Behold, I is the Most High, will stir up the Medes, Russia, against them. Them are the Babylonians, the Americans. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Russia, America, Most High. Most High is stirring up the Medes against the American. The Russians know who's attacking them. Phil Giraldi, this is going on right now. This is live. Started streaming 5 minutes ago. We'll jump in. But look, the U.S. Ukraine attacks Russia again. Ukraine? No, the U.S. again. U.S. attacks Russia again. Huh? Wait a minute. Behold. Medes ain't mad. They're getting stirred up right now. Right? Against them. Who's them? Babylon. Who's Babylon? America. U.S. It's jumping off the page. Let's jump in there. Watching now. Judge Napolitano judging freedom. Phil Giraldi. The U.S. attacks Russia again. This is now.
Right. What is being said and what
Slovakia.
the country is engaged in. I tend to believe that that's true, although I also suspect it might be overstated. Everything that is being said and done about the fighting in Gaza and the fighting in Lebanon has a big political stink to it. And I rather suspect that we will find out in a few days what exactly the situation in Israel is. For example, a number of people on your program have cited the fact that Israel has been suffering major casualties in Lebanon, but we don't know that. Israel is not releasing any casualty figures, and if U.S. intelligence has numbers on this, they're certainly being quiet about it. So there are a lot of things we just don't know enough about yet.
The Israelis have leaked that Biden twisted Netanyahu's arm by delaying arms shipments and threatening not to veto UN Security Council resolutions. Would you put it past Biden? Would you put it past Netanyahu to throw that out there so he has cover if this thing explodes?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's a classic Netanyahu ploy to have a cover story that explains why he does something that might turn out not to be terribly successful. So this is something we should be thinking about. I don't imagine that this state of play between the United States, Joe Biden, and the United States and Netanyahu, that Biden has any real cards to play. I mean, he can slow up some arms shipments, but we already have Trump saying emphatically that one thing his administration will do, there will be no restrictions on the weapons that will be sent to Israel, and there will be no delays on those weapons getting there. So, we kind of have evidence that within about less than 2 months, we are going to have a continuation or perhaps even an increase in weapons going from the States
I'm going to take this back and see where he's even talking about. Let's go to the intro and see if he's talking about Vlad and Russia at all.
To join us today. It's a short week, and I appreciate your hopping on at a time that's convenient for us. What do you think that Prime Minister Netanyahu's hand was forced in this ceasefire?
What the hell is that? That's not.
There are a lot of other ways to look at it too. I don't see that Biden gains anything by a ceasefire. The election's over. And
Ceasefire? Why are they talking about something totally different, Salakia?
that were floating around. And I think that this is maybe Biden's revenge.
Interesting. I want to get into that with respect to Ukraine, where it seems to be more apparent. But before we do, what kind of hot water is Netanyahu in?
Oh my
He hasn't
gosh.
brought the hostages home. He doesn't have the settlers back.
Can we get to?
He hasn't defeated Hamas.
Can we get to?
The charges against him and his wife. So I think that something like 90% of the population is fully supportive of exterminating the Palestinians. And he certainly,
Goodness.
in which he's killing also more thousands of Arab civilians. So I think that what he's
No talk on.
quite right. He says, where are the Mr. Israel says, where are the hostages? You've gotten one
This must not be
in the last 2 years. So
Take me back 20, 25 years or so ago. If you, and with these problems, so you're back in the CIA, your buddies are Ray McGovern and Larry Johnson, your colleagues and bosses, and these are learned opinions that you express on this show, what would happen to your careers?
it depends on. Now this is a kind of a judgment call. A spy or a recruiter of spies.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right here. This is live, so they probably haven't gotten to the part that describes the title, because they really went on and on about what's going on in what they call the Middle East or Western Asia, right? So yeah, go watch this, and they'll probably get to this. The U.S. attacks Russia again. The fact that they didn't get to it, right, during this video, doesn't mean that it's not happening. It's happening. Okay. Now, what he did go over goes to what? All right. Well, it goes to this. What do we see? You use that every day to close the show. Well, let's do it again. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past. Behold, the third woe is coming shortly. That's what it means. If whatever's going on, right, they're talking about what? They're talking about nukes in Europe. What are they talking about in Western Asia or the Middle East? They're talking about nukes, right? Iran's going to make a nuke. Iran's going to get a nuke. We got to go nuke them before they nuke us. All right. So with that, we hope that feel like gratified you, brother. This is a shalom.